Hi there, welcome to the YouTube Deck Tech for today. And we're going back in time a little bit again to the Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, and we're hitting Raphael, Fiendish Savior. I've built this deck, well, not quite as good as it is on here, to be fair, because as I've said in several other videos, my MTGO collection is better than my paper collection, but I'm built this deck in real life and I'm having so much fun with it. And I actually realized the other day that Raphael was now available on MTGO, so went and picked them up, got them here, built the deck as near as possible and upgraded where I can. And this is today's deck tech. It is for a 4/4 with 3 black and red, a devil noble and with flying, which is fine, that's cool, I like that. And then all our other devils, imps, demons, tieflings you control get +1/+1 and have lifelink. Lifelink is so random in a devil deck, it's ridiculous. But we do have lifelink. And then at the beginning of your end step, if a creature card was put in your graveyard from anywhere this turn, create a 1/1 red devil creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. It's just silly. And it's so much fun. I love the fact that Raphael's just sitting there with a glass of red wine. So, you know, a devil after my own heart. Do like a glass of red wine every so often. But anyway, enough of my drinking habits. On with the deck tech, and this is what today's one looks like. 36 lands, 44 creatures, and 19 other things. And most all the lands, as you can imagine, are black-red. But I am just going to start with the fact that on my MTGO version, this is one of the massive upgrades compared to the paper-based version I've got. Badlands is here. I don't own Badlands in real life. If you drop Badlands off this deck at the moment, it drops the value, the price of the deck by something in the region of $400. So, yeah, if you got Badlands, great. If you haven't, yeah, oh well, take it out. Don't worry about it. Because at the moment, the cost of this deck is sitting at $711 or 54.32 tickets. Obviously, 400 of that can come off. You drop the Badlands. You don't lose much from MTGO land by dropping the Badlands. Only 3.5 tickets, 4 tickets. So yeah, it's probably worth keeping. But tabletop, paper based, lose the Badlands. The rest of it, all the other expected black-red lands you can think of. We have got Field of the Dead in here, and we have got Fabled Passage in here, just so we're clear. We've also got Green Dragon Inn, because there's been a couple of games I've played this week since I've recorded the videos. I've been playing things where people have been nicking my creatures and keeping hold of them, so I figured it was time to play Homeward Path a bit more aggressively, hence why it's turning up in this deck today. Beyond that, Temple of the False God is here. Reliquary Tower I've left out because we don't really need it to. We're not going to have a big hand most of the time, and if they go to the graveyard, so be it. But Urborg's here, another land you can drop if you want to save some money in real life. Artifact Vampirize, Tantalite, Talisman, Soul Ring, my usual 3, 4 with Arcane Signet. Then the Charcoal and Fire Diamonds, and the Medallions of each colour. And I've also gone with Mindstone and Rakdos Key Room. Playing the Rakdos Key Room just for a bit of change from playing the black-red Talisman or the Signet in black-red. Yeah, I just felt like a change, hence why it's here. But also, it is kind of online because it does become a devil artifact with First Strike, which would get +1/+1 and lifelink. So, you know, possibly better, but we'll see. As for the rest of the deck, it's really a case of mainly devils, demons, imps, and tieflings in the deck. There's a couple of things that aren't. The first of which is obviously Viscera Seer, because we do want to sacrifice the odd creature just to make sure we can have a devil blocker. So hence why it's here. Also, Footlight Fiend gives us, we can sacrifice it to the Seer to scry a little bit and deal a damage, which is fine. It's a devil, so it is a 2/2. So yeah, and it dies and becomes another devil, which is very confusing. Elixir of Immortality, just shuffle everything back in as normal. Hoard Robber from the original Forgotten Realms set, there you go. Deals combat damage, you get a treasure token. It's a 1/3 for 2 mana, but it is a tiefling, so it becomes a 2/4 lifelink, so can't complain. Jadar, Ghoul Caller of Neleth, is a nice way of triggering the devil getting every turn, because you get the zombie token with decay, you attack with the zombie token in your next turn. As long as this is in play, the zombie token dies, you get the devil. Quite fun. It's got red in Docksides here. Gibbering Fiend comes into play as deals damage to each opponent, and if you've got Delirium, if they're formal cards of different types in your graveyard, it deals 1 damage to that player. That's in their upkeep. Torch Fiend, another way of just sacrificing a devil off and destroying an artifact. Blood Tithe Harvester. I've put it in. It's not great. It's a vampire, so it doesn't really get anything from here, but it does give us a way of sacking things off and getting a creature killed off. Worst comes to worst, you sack it off and it deals nothing, and you get a 1/1. Yeah, so be it. Body Dropper's just a devil, which gets bigger when you sacrifice things, and you can sacrifice other creatures by paying 2 mana to give it menace, which is nice. Junie, the Master of Revenue, is also here. The review, sorry, not revenue, I keep saying it's review. When it dies, deal damage. Cool. Kalan gives us a nice treasure token, and if we use the treasure token, we get to pump them up. It's a nice way of ramping out Raphael a little bit faster. Croxa is an Elder Giant. I just want some discard value more than anything else. Don't think there's anything down here I've missed. Nope. Okay, 3 drops. Stinkweed Imp. It's an imp, and then you can dredge it back, and it becomes a 2/3 flyer with lifelink when Raphael's in play. Woe Strider just gives another way of sacrificing creatures off to make sure we're getting the devils. Professional Facebreaker just makes sure we get treasures, which helps. Sin Prodder is a devil. Get some damage going, get the card in our hand. Lovely. Depending on what choice you make. Valor's Stinger, beginning your combat in your turn. Target creature gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. So, yeah, that's okay. But it's another tiefling that's basically a 3/4 with lifelink. So, that's cool. Zeroth Chaos Rider. I mentioned this in yesterday's video when I was talking about Jumpstart cards. In here today because it is a devil and creates devils itself. So, live with that. Mahili Emporium Master. It wasn't until the other day that I realised this was a cat devil. Sorry for that. Yeah, creature dies, get a treasure token. That's fine. Mayhem Devil. I'm sacking stuff off, so it's obviously going to be in here. Obnixless the Adversary. Yeah, Casualty X, so you can sack a creature. That's fine. And when you do, copy this spell, the copy becomes a token. Yeah, not a legendary token though, so you get to have both in play, which is really quite nice. The copy isn't legendary and has a starting loyalty of X. 2 Obnixluses creating devils and doing things, which is quite cool. Rakdos Key Rune I've mentioned. Grim Hireling is just another tiefling. You can sacrifice treasures to give something -X/-X. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage for player, create 2 treasure tokens. Okay then. Passageway Seer gives you initiative. Nah, not really much going to happen in initiative. Nothing else really in this deck that does anything with it. But it has got lifelink, and at the beginning of your end step, if you have the initiative, you get to make it a 3/3, which you will do on the turn you play it. But it's a 3/3 that becomes a 4/4 with lifelink. So, yeah, okay, we'll cope with that. Damnation to control the board. Warehouse Thief to sack artifacts and exile top cards and play them until your next turn. Wildfire Devils enters the battlefield at the beginning of your upkeep. Choose a player at random. That player exiles an instant or sorcery card from the graveyard. You get to copy that card and cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So that's quite nice. Chain Reaction, more control. Hellrider, attack. Ping, 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 ping. Zahiri pumps all our creatures up or creates devils, depending on what we'll need it to do at that stage. Kaldor just makes sure all the creatures our opponents control are basically goaded, for want of a better phrase. Macabre Mockery, put target creature card from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under our control. It gets +2/+0 and haste. Then you get to sack it to probably one of your outlets before it goes any other way. Prosper. I think Prosper we all see and love as a CEDH card nowadays. But it's turning up in here just to help us get some treasures on the go. Archfiend of Depravity gets at the beginning of each opponent's end step, chooses 2 creatures and sacks the rest, so controls the board quite nicely. Blood Gift Demon, very nice. Everyone at the beginning of your upkeep, target player draws a card and loses a life. But if you're swinging with something that's got a lifelink, you don't care about losing a life to draw an extra card. Same with Sizian, Perverter of Truth is also here for the same reason. Solemn Doom Guide gives us another way of bringing back our clerics, rogues, warriors, and wizards. They have unearthed. We've got a few. There's the old rogue kicking around. There's the old warrior kicking around. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, but not many. Bard, warrior. But yeah, bit of fun. Karlach, Fury of Avernus is lovely, especially if you're going to get your extra attack steps in, so bear that in mind. Scourge Devil enters the battlefield, gives all our creatures a bump until the end of turn. Baldur attacks or dies. Each choose one or more. Each move must target a different player. Draw 3, discard 3 at random. Sacrifices non-token artifact. Or deals damage to target opponent equal to the number of cards in their hand. The last one's always the favourite one if someone's playing Reliquary Tower or something similar, so they've got a massive hand size. It's quite funny watching them scream and die. Burn down the house, bit of ball control or a whole load of devils to sack off. Rankle and Torbrand might as well come in. Played in the store championships last weekend, and this is the card I lost to in the final round. Yeah. I didn't realise people played this card in standard, but the person I was playing against was playing it, and she did a very good job of beating me up with it. So yeah, it happens. Harvester of Souls is here, just to give you a bit more card draw. Demon of the Dark Schemes, just to sort of like mini board wipe and then a whole load of energy, hopefully, so you can nick cards from graveyards. Flayer of the Hatebound to shoot something as it comes into play. Devil's Playground, more devil tokens, probably a little bit expensive, 6 mana for 4 of them. 6 mana for 5 of them would have been bearable, but I think 4's, you know, it's a little bit overcosted. But hey, it's devil tokens. Who minds? Fiendish Duo, just to double the amount of damage we're doing at any stage to anything. Aberrant Overlord. Hopefully, we get a lovely little bit of devotion. That's the phrase I'm looking for. Had to think where I was going then. To black, so we get all those lovely harpy creatures. Archfiend of Sorrows gives all our creatures another -2/-2, and then we can earth it if we need to. So, you know, nice little combo if we can do both somehow. I'm not sure how we would, but it's possible. Orca, the Siege Demon. Enters the battlefield, put a +1. When a creature dies, put +1/+1 on it. When Orca dies, it deals damage equal to its powers to any number of targets as you choose. Rakaseth gives us a way to lose some life and go and sack a creature and find a card we need and put it into our hand. Blasphemous Axe controls the board, and the final demon is Orcus, Prince of Undeath. Enters the battlefield, choose one. Target creature gets -X/-X, and we lose X life. Or return X target creature cards with total mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until the end of turn. They don't go. Lovely mass reanimation thing. Now, one thing I should say, one card you can play that I haven't put in the deck at the moment, and I may change it, is the bidding. Patriarch's bidding could be quite good. We have obviously demons and devils, and our demons tend to be a little bit better than our devils, but it may give you a little bit of flexibility to do things with, so bear that in mind, okay? But that's it. Otherwise, that's my entire take on Raphael, the Fiendish Savior. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you've hit the subscribe button that's next to me here somewhere. So please, you know, if you haven't, please subscribe. 247 as I record this one. I'm getting closer to my end of year target of 300. So if you can help me out, please do so. I'd appreciate it. But that's it for now. I'll be back very soon with some more deck techs. Hope you've enjoyed this one. See you in the next one. Bye.